Full flower moon, pick a card, tarot reading. What's manifesting from the energy around you? Let's find out. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B. Today's reading is for the full flower moon that's in Scorpio on the 7th. I'm looking at the energies around you and what's manifesting out of those energies. This will be a predictive reading for the lunar month ahead. The last reading in my series of 3 on blocks and how to fix them, the one on love, that's going to go up next week. Let's see how that one goes, because as you'll have noticed, I'm not as tuned in on love readings. Right, let's get into this. Any extra information that you might need is down in the description box below. I've got 4 piles of cards. We've got air signs, earth signs, fire signs, and water signs. And you can pick based on your ascendant, your moon sign, your sun sign, your Venus sign, whatever you feel like picking based on. Now, I'm also going to pull a crystal card for each pile using this deck, Crystals the Stone deck, to give you the option of choosing a pile based on that. So, can I have a crystal card? Group 1, please. A crystal. There it is. And that's Agate. Group 1, air sign. Can I have a crystal card? 2 earth signs. Can I have a crystal card? There it is. Danburite. Can I have a crystal card for group 3, please? Crystal card for group 3. There it is. Turquoise. Fire signs. Can I have a crystal card for group 4, please? Crystal card. Serpentine, the water signs. Now then, you take a nice deep cleansing breath and then pick the pile or the crystal that you are most drawn to, and then go down to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp there. That's going to take you directly to the start of that reading. We have air signs with Agate, earth signs with Danburite, fire signs with Turquoise, and water signs with Serpentine. Group 1 air signs, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember that this is a general reading. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. You chose the Agate. What it is, Agate, a branded chalcedony, comes in many forms. Elegant blue lace agate and iridescent fire agate are 2. Each agate has its own unique vibe, but they all promote an energy of wherever you are, be there. Who needs it? Work-life balance strugglers. Where to put it? Wherever you need more stability in your life. When to use it? When you want to get into your body, try fire agate. When too much screen time has you feeling disconnected from anything the slightest bit eco, try the far from aptly named moss agate, which neither contains moss nor is technically an agate but can still hold it down. And the mantra is, find your solid ground. Straight away, I asked the spellcaster for the energy around you for the lunar month ahead. This is saying that things are going to get better for you, that they are getting better for you now. Traditionally, and I read the spellcaster strictly traditionally, this card means going from rough waters to smooth, letting your divine masculine energy provide the momentum that moves you out of troubled times. there's a little bit of a feeling of effort here. The divine masculine's actually having to propel the boat forward. But it is also releasing of baggage. Things that had you feeling stuck that you'll be able to release in this lunar cycle. Wheel of Fortune. The 6 there tells me that you've been going through a rough time of it. So here your wheel is telling me that things are on the up for you. The gentle calling out here is the old do as you would be done by. Positive out for positive in. Come at everything with a good positive attitude. Getting happy and staying there is a good start, whatever it takes. Doing things that raise your vibration. Expect the unexpected, but good unexpected, sudden positive changes. Judgment. Release judgments. That may be some of what you're releasing under the 6 of Swords. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so, as I always say. Don't accept the opinions of others, don't reject them, you stay neutral to them. There's a call to rise above whatever it is that's been holding you back. A step up spiritually, which could well be what propels you forwards, with the divine masculine leading there. Specifically, these 2 cards together, it means that there's going to be a solution to a long-standing problem that's going to feel like the universe has just stepped in and made magic happen. The Emperor. This is divine masculine in its highest form, the father figure of the deck. Someone older and very much wiser, strongly flowing this divine masculine energy. A man with a plan, and I keep hearing that with this card showing up recently. Someone with wisdom, life experience, and who has a decent living. I want to say wage, but it might not be a wage. It might be investment income. This person's got resources. I feel strongly that they are coming in for you now. I also feel as if it's this person who's helping you move from this rough time towards smoother sailing here. Oh yeah, that's right. This group got an extra spellcaster because 3 cards jumped out together, and it was Judgment, the Emperor, and this card. Ace of Pentacles. The manifestation of abundance. This is a new beginning, an offer, a windfall of money, a gift. It's about finances, wealth, career, physical health, and manifestation. There could be a change of jobs, even career track. You have the sign that you should go for this opportunity, this offer. Whether you do or not is entirely up to you. I asked the fairy tarot to clarify. Clarifying the 6 of Swords, we've got the 9 of Summer. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Getting to the point where you can see some forward momentum is something that you've been intending for. I think it's been a case of, oh dear gods, I have to feel better, less stressed, just give me a break already. And somehow you've manifested it in quite strongly here, because this is the wish card. And it tells me that this 6 of Swords is a wish fulfilled, that things are getting better. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, we've got Ego. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. Don't let the fear that this isn't a firm foundation undermine you here. Stay upbeat and positive. You aren't trapped. These circumstances leading up to right here, right now, have been temporary. It won't go back that way again, especially as outside circumstances are changing so rapidly for the better for you here. You are being called on to release these doubts and fears too. Leave them behind. They're unwanted baggage on this voyage. Clarifying Judgment. We have Justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. That's a powerful combination. Justice, judgment. This reading's packing a bit of a punch to tell me that things are absolutely getting better for you here, and that you should trust it. I'm seeing again a problem that's been hanging around for a very long time, getting sorted in such an incredible way that you can't believe it. Believe it, it's true. As long as you've acted for the highest good of all, remember the do as you would be done by. Karma's going to work in your favour here, and you'll get the positive outcome you deserve. Stay up there on the high vibe, though. Don't grumble and grump into the full moon. Let go of anything that you feel is an injustice against you from the past, too. It's only hurting you. Clarifying the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. God. Nine of Winter. Unfounded fear, focusing on worst-case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. This is what's holding you back. Self-doubt, that nagging inner voice that lies to you. You are good enough. You are talented enough. You do have the abilities that you need to do what you want to do. Your self-talk should be as positive as you would be to a friend or a loved one all the time. Don't let that nasty, nippy voice put you down. If you can't do this yourself, then reach out for help. Don't stay stuck in your own head. The message from the Six of Swords was that you do need to put some effort into gaining momentum here. And I would put that effort into improving your mood as much as you can. I asked my trusty Rider-Waite to give us some advice. Two of Swords, yeah, you can't see it yet. You're still stuck coming into the full moon, not able to make the decisions that you need to make to get that momentum started. Mostly, I feel that you are just stuck in apathy, not wanting to do anything except exist right now. Really not feeling like fetching the water and chopping the wood and doing the spiritual work that would get you shifting. The Magician. You're either manifesting deliberately or manifesting by default. Unless you set intentions and work with the universe, even to do something as basic as improving your mood, then you're going to stay stuck. And there's so much opening up to you here. Some really good possibilities here. This miracle solution to a problem that's been bugging you can't come out of the same energy that created it. You can't get there. To the Ace of Pentacles. From here, the Two of Swords. Seven of Swords reversed. It's not worth the effort. I say that this, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Summer, Justice and Judgment, Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, I say that that is worth the effort required to get happy, because that is the only effort required. Do something that gets you happy. The universe doesn't care what positive form that takes. Getting genuinely happy doesn't mean taking a shortcut to it either. You can't trick the universe. It doesn't work that way. Don't give in. Use some of that determination to just feel a little better, moment by moment. Eight of Swords reversed. Seriously, you deserve everything that you intend for. You haven't been setting the big intentions. Did you even do a vision board for this year yet? I know it feels like 2020 is broken and ought to be sent back, but really, setting intentions will still have a positive effect, even if collectively we've managed to manifest this time off work in a truly cruddy way. Abraham Hicks tells us that one person who is tapped in and turned on is more powerful than millions who are not. Pick yourself up, dust yourself and that scripting journal down and get back on with it. I feel personally called out here with my Libra ascendant showing. I asked the Osho Zen to give us two cards, one for the energy coming in and one for the most positive manifestation that we can get to by the end of the lunar cycle. Rebirth. It means that wherever you are right now, and I feel it is the camel energy, a bit depressed and sleepy and yeah, pretty much in apathy. You can get out of it if you allow yourself to. This is a card of transition, like the Six of Swords. And the whole reading, really. It's saying that things are changing for the better and that you're moving towards that childlike, playful state that allows manifestations to happen easily. Innocence. Again, the childlike state. There's great wisdom in carefree, innocent, happy fun, playing at life and not taking it all too seriously. Do you need to take a news break? Limit the negativity on social media? Are you watching too many tarot readers and trying to find the bad news because you don't believe all the positive readings that you're getting can be your readings? Stop it. This card again talks about a time of letting go, relaxation and sweetness, and the difference between childlike and childish. This is playing to have fun from a place of wisdom, not from a place of not giving a flying fudge or drowning out the fears and doubts with substances or food. Meditation is my escape of choice even when I don't feel like it. It makes me feel better. Drop what you think you know. Drop the programming. Release judgment again. That way you can take this spiritual step up that's promised here for this lunar cycle. I pulled an Everyday Witch Oracle card to close the reading out for us. Sun and Stars. Connect with the element of fire however you can safely. That's this divine masculine energy, your willpower, your get up and go, that had got up and gone. This is how to get it back and find your passion again. Stargazing, looking up at the night sky, or a little safe sunbathing for some vitamin D. You are basically a houseplant with more complex emotions. I love that meme. So even if it's just opening a window and basking in the sunlight for 10 minutes, that's going to be a good thing. Or put a log fire video on and bask in the primal energy of fire. Candle magic, yeah, be safe there. But that can help set intentions. Whatever works for you. Group 1, air signs. This lunar cycle is transitional. It's taking you out of a rough time towards much smoother sailing as long as you can allow it and find some oomph again. And if you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little icon there and turn on notifications so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. I'm moving on to group 2 now, so bye. Sending all my healing love and blessings to you and your loved ones. Hello group 2 earth signs, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. Danburite. What it is, like the beta blockers in Grandma's medicine cabinet. Danburite's twinkling, effervescent energy takes the edge off with its serious feel-good vibes. Who needs it? Emos, goths, buttoned-up white-collar stress cases. Where to put it? Whenever you want to do some elevated thinking, feeling, dreaming, being. When to use it? When the daily grind has ground you into the pavement? When you feel like launching into space but lack astronaut training? Vibing with Danburite can help divert your busy mind away from its pesky, physics-ruled orientation. There's somewhere else out there. Flip on the high beams and explore. And the mantra is, turn on your electric light. Get straight into it. I asked the spellcaster for the energy around you for the lunar month ahead. 9 of Cups, that's really nice energy. The contentment, the satisfaction, the feeling of a job well done. Feeling happy and contented and grateful and flowing that out. Gratitude for a manifestation that's unfolded beautifully, because, yeah, there's an impulse to share their love and also splash out a little bit on some luxury. Being in appreciation. This is the wish card. So if you're not there yet, you can set the intention. 7 of Cups. Lots of choices, setting new intentions. I'm feeling that this is really positive though. That you're the tortoise who's winning the race here, slow and steady, and options are opening up. It's about taking the inspired action too, though. Help the universe to help you. Do your research into options opening up to make sure that none of them are wishful thinking and that everything is as it should be. Three of Cups. Sisters are doing it for themselves. It's a celebration, and alongside that Nine of Cups, this really does look good. Co-creating with people who are on your wavelength, flow in that creative divine feminine energy, and again, that gratitude and appreciation. Counting your blessings, and these friends are blessings. It's a really creative energy, all cups at their positive aspect. The Chariot. You know how to make decisions for the best outcome. You have head and heart working together. Your momentum's starting to pick up. Here's that inspired action that I was talking about. This card specifically says that you can't be passive here, that you need to get up and actually do something, and that something that you need to do is being highlighted too. You're guided into it. Yeah, you're guided into it. You can trust yourself and your instincts and that guidance. You'll know what to do, so no getting stuck at the hesitation of the Seven of Cups there. I asked the Fairy Tarot to clarify the spellcaster. For a spring, be grateful you have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. It's clarifying the Nine of Cups. It could be a relationship going to a deeper level. Some sort of commitment. It could well be you integrating divine masculine and feminine and feeling much more complete, able to flow out the higher vibration energies and seeing some manifestations pop in like miracles. Again, clearly celebration. I'm hearing the line from the song. I know that something good is going to happen. This is good stuff. Clarifying the Seven of Cups. We've got the Queen of Summer. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others perhaps too much. So when making that choice, those choices, it is about doing what's best for you as well as what's best for those around you. Here again, clearly you can trust your instincts and your intuition. This Queen can create her own happiness, and I feel strongly that this is you here. So this means that you do have that capacity, that ability, and we all do all the time. We just have to get to the point where we can realize it and then sit in this Nine of Cups and flow it out and breathe it back in. You're getting to that point. Clarifying the Three of Cups. We've got the Eight of Summer. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So, telling the story, this celebration is a life event, a moving up, the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. Tears of joy. It could be a wedding or an engagement. This decision, this Seven of Cups, is made here, which means it's all happening on this lunar cycle, and it's going 3, 7, 8, 9. Transitional. Oh, flipping happy too. Clarifying the Chariot, we've got the Lovers. True love that is long-lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. Yeah, this does feel like love life, and it's getting really happily serious and committed. If it's not that for you, then it's the integration of head and heart, the balance of divine masculine and divine feminine falling into place so that you can fall in love with yourself and love yourself completely just as you are. And this feels like it's moving from the Lovers to the Chariot here, taking that step along the path. Again, it's transitional. This Supermoon is packing a punch with you. Yeah, champagne punch. I asked my trusty Rider-Waite to give us some advice. High Priestess, so again, trust your intuition, your instincts. heart and head working together, so there's very little ego shouting down the truth. It is a spiritual step up. As I say, this whole reading feels transitional. Take time to be still and really focus on flowing this positive energy. That's the main theme of this reading. It's the divine feminine that's accentuated here. That and balance all the way through. So I feel your divine masculine was higher, and that this is you coming into balance. And yeah, as the lovers say, I think your health is improving here too. Three of Wands, yeah, this is transitional all the way. In the hero's journey, there comes a point where the hero gets to the edge of familiar territory and he pauses to look back for one final farewell before taking the next step. And there's the Eight of Summer there with a similar message. You're seeing results and you're taking the next logical step. Inspired action to making the most of what you're gaining now and planning for long-term future. I keep hearing retirement, but I don't think that's where you are so much as where you're planning to be. And suddenly that feels sooner rather than later. Three of Pentacles. Look, we've got three really positive threes. The transition, again, just to underline it. You have hidden talents that when you tap into them, they're going to give you a lot more of this satisfaction and contentment. It's the energy of turning something creative that brings you joy into something that can also make you money for the long term. Again, here's the story. Being drawn to what brings you joy, which can then bring in abundance. Also, the repeated message of co-creating in a group. This sisterhood, divine feminine, flowing creative energy, and the Pentacles manifesting it into reality as something tangible. Page of Wands reverse, here's the warning. This energy feels familiar to you. You've been at this point where all the options open to you felt wonderful before. And then it all turned sour as you got hit by contrast and saw all those lovely dreams come to nothing. Go back to the original impetus, the original idea before it all went south, and feel into the energy of it. Try doing things a different way, having learned from what you did before that didn't work. You didn't get it wrong because it's not finished, it's not over. You'll get your mojo back, the motivation, once the barriers to doing what you want to do start to fall away. And I'm really feeling that they will, but this time it's going to work. I asked the Osho Zen to give us two cards, one for the energy coming in and one for the positive manifestation we can get to by the end of the lunar cycle. Integration. It's just what I was saying about the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into balance. Divine masculine efforts, divine feminine yearns, and that's not exactly accurate, but go with it. In balance, that becomes allowing and intending and allowing. The barriers and the blocks to manifesting what you intended are completely swept away by this completion, this wholeness, this contentment, this fulfillment. It's the Nine of Cups again. Healing. This is the divine masculine counterpart to, where is she? The Queen of Summer there. So this is the healing of the divine masculine energy, the end of efforting and the beginning of flowing. It's a change of perspective. More than that, it's a change of the way of thinking. You're not hiding away anymore. And yes, your health is improving because the old hurts, the old wounds are healing. If you don't have triggers, if you don't have sore spots and they can't be triggered or touched, they no longer have any power over you. And that's the point that you can get to here, and it's lovely. I pulled an Everyday Witch Oracle card to close the reading out with. Affirmation for positive change, real Six of Swords vibes from this. And I'm feeling again that this is transitional energy, going from rough water to smooth, coming out of a period where the contrast has been slapping you, and instead of slapping back, just ignoring it and setting your sights on that horizon there, where your ship's coming in. It does actually feel like divine masculine energy coming back in positively here, that the actions that will propel you forward are coming out of better balance. And yeah, that makes perfect sense here. She's taken the pretty dress off and she's dressed for action now. You were holding on before, not wanting things to change, afraid that it would all go wrong if it did. But now you see that change is a natural part of the cycle, and that for good things to happen, things have to change. Group 2, you've got some transition towards some really happy, positive changes this lunar cycle, and I'm loving it. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up so that YouTube knows you like it and shares it with more people. Comment down below with anything that resonated for you. And while you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little logo there and turn on notifications so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 3 now. So until next time, group 2, love and blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye. Group 3, fire signs. Welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so what resonates, and leave the rest behind. For you, it's turquoise. What it is, brilliant blue-green turquoise has been rocked by humans longer than almost anything, since like 5000 BCE, from Lhasa to Marrakesh to Tussle. Turquoise is, was and always will be both go-to protector and fashion statement. Who needs it? Anyone whose voice has gone AWOL. Where to put it? Set in sterling silver rings, big old belt buckles and bolo ties. On the podium, open mic night, and wherever else you need to speak up or speak out. When to use it, when you feel disconnected from the things that make you human. When you've got something to express, get it out with turquoise. The mantra is speak your truth. I asked the spellcaster to give us the energy around you for the lunar month ahead. 8 of Cups, it's transitional energy. Surprising how much of that there is in readings generally now. The happy and completed end of a chapter that you've done all you can in and you're moving on. Something in your life coming to a natural conclusion, and there's nothing disappointing at the back of this pushing you forward. It's simply complete. You can see the light at the end of that tunnel and you're heading in that direction now. Knight of Pentacles, steady progress, not pushing too hard, acting consistently, following a plan that's already been worked out, going with the flow and just putting one foot in front of the other. I'm hearing baby steps, groundwork being put in so that you can build something solid. And at this point, it's not feeling dull and monotonous because you can see where it's leading. I'm back in the energy of fetching water and chopping wood. It's leading to something. Maybe not during this lunar cycle, but it is going somewhere good. 2 of Pentacles, juggling priorities and responsibilities. There's a head down and get on with it energy here. Just doing one thing at a time and keeping the plates spinning. You don't have much free time here. In fact, I'll bet you joke that if they stuck a broom up your backside, you could sweep the floor while you walk. Don't lose sight of the big picture and these nitty-gritty details of the necessary grunt work. It isn't efforting. It's flowing, but it's flowing as a result of lots of little things that you've got to do over and over and over again. Six of Cups. One part of the puzzle that might not be clear yet is that you have to go back to your past somewhere, to some part of you that made you very happy. There's something in all of this that's a result of or harking back to who you were as a child, who your inner child is now. Random acts of kindness too, getting something back that you were flowing out. An unexpected gift. That may come clearer. I asked the Fairy Tarot to clarify for us. Clarifying the 8 of Cups. We've got the Six of Summer, Six of Cups again. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. It could be someone from your past coming back in. But I feel that this is what's moving you forward. Whatever you were that you're going away from mentally, physically, or emotionally in this end of a chapter, this Six of Cups, Six of Summer energy is the trigger, the catalyst. That what gives you the inspiration to do this nitty-gritty, humdrum, but very important work that you're undertaking this lunar cycle. It feels fulfilling, though, like this honest toil is something that you love. This energy of double digging the whole garden slow and steady and methodically so you can plant vegetables. That sort of happy effort. Hard work, but worth it. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, we've got Princess of Autumn. Happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Needing a little push to get going. Yeah, there's some learning here too. Happy delving into something that deeply fascinates you. I think the Eight of Cups, Six of Summer is the push that you need to get started. It could be learning something by rote, learning lines from a play, studying something that fascinated you as a child, and leaving a situation behind to go and do it. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Five of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associates, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. That could stick you solid. That feeling that this work that you're doing might not be worth it in the long term, and that what you're working for isn't possible anyway. It feels like doing something intellectual with the aim of making a living at it later, and you're worried that you're in with the wrong crowd and doing something pointless. I see the outcome being good if you stick at it, but if you stop all of this and let it slide and go back to where you were before, then the effort will have been wasted. Clarifying the Six of Cups, we've got the Six of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. So that energy I got of something coming back in for you as a result of what you put out, that was where it was coming from. Thank you. This is all about reaping the interim rewards for what you're doing. So the path you're on, the groundwork that you're putting in, it will produce decent results as long as you are methodical. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep the plate spinning. And that's temporary. Once the groundwork is in, then you reap the harvest. There are no shortcuts here, though. So beware of anyone saying that they are. You've got to put the time in now for the results to flow in later. I asked my Rider-Waite to give us some advice. Three of Cups. Interesting how often this is coming up for all of us at the moment. This is a group of people flowing that divine feminine energy. It can be a celebration. It is firm friendships that weather all the contrast storms. This is energy that you can lean into. And it could be a part of that Six of Cups energy. That this is an old friend coming back in for you with happy memories, lifting you and reminding you of who you really are. If not that, then there's sisterhood energy around you is what's allowing you to do the things that you need to do to reap your future rewards. Ten of Cups, and yeah, you'll get there. This steady plod, one foot in front of the other, is taking you to this happy time. This is the goal, this is the intention, and you're on the right path to get there. Creating an abundance of love and happiness in your life, celebrating, surrounded by loved ones, spending happy, positive time with your family, blood, and chosen soul tribe as a result of the space that you created with this slow and steady effort, with the prosperity that you've created. Follow your heart and trust your intuition. You are doing the right thing here. Seven of Pentacles. What was I saying about double digging a garden to sow veggies? This is that energy again. What you're doing now is the groundwork, the necessary preparatory work, like putting the hours in designing products that later will keep selling while you sleep, writing the book that becomes a bestseller, starting the YouTube channel with 0 subscribers that later makes you a living wage. These things don't pay to begin with. It's investing time so that you get dividends later. Also, setting intentions, getting your head in that 10 of Cups energy before it arrives so that you can manifest it. Six of Cups again. Wow, this is an important part of this message then. I think it is that you are more willing to give of yourself right now with no expectation of immediate reward. The random acts of kindness. It's in more ways than one. Like, you know, a friend who phones saying they've gone overdrawn in the bank and that can they have 30 to tie them over until the money goes in, and you give them 50 quid and tell them you don't need it back, and you don't care if it's genuine need or not, or if it means that something you needed will have to be scaled back. Yeah, random acts of kindness. And that's going to come back in for you tenfold, whether you think it will or not. That's acting from an abundance mindset, not from lack. And it is absolutely the right attitude. I asked the Osho Zen to give us 2 cards, one for the energy coming in and one for the positive manifestation that we can get to by the end of the lunar cycle. Isolation. That would be funny if the situation that this is so obviously applicable to wasn't so damn serious. And my Leo sun is saying, ouch. Here's the situation going in. There's this sisterhood, this energy of friendship, offering you complete and unconditional love and support. But you're big and brave and bold, and you don't need that. You are that for others. You don't have to lean on anyone. Dropping those barriers will open you up. That's going to allow the universe to slip in other ways in which it can flow all those lovely things that you're intending for here. The 6 of Cups, the 6 of Autumn. These cards, this energy, is all about receiving as well as giving. And it is money, and it's love, and it's abundance, and it's all the good things. But you have to flow it in as well as out. Participation, and you couldn't make this up. Letting your barriers down, while maintaining social distance, of course, but letting the mental and emotional barriers down and leaning into that friendship is going to allow you to flow all of this, to become a part of that whole new cycle, new chapter. And each individual here has something to contribute to you too, that what you're doing is going to be made better as a result of their input. These people are part of your intended manifestation, your team, your tribe, going with you on this journey. Join in, be an equal partaker and giver. Finally, I pulled an Everyday Witch Oracle card to close the reading out. Joy and delight. Lovely stuff. Yes, you might have this humdrum, bitty, repetitive work to do, but coming at it from the attitude of taking joy in it makes it feel so much better. Makes it go quickly too. And I'm remembering how Mum used to dance us along 2 miles of country lanes so that the walk home from school was pleasant rather than a daily chore. The meaning of this card is really simple. Find the people, the things, the animals. Find them that bring you joy and then embrace them. This is heart-led living at its best, and in that space, this work that you're doing is going to flow easily, effortlessly, bringing in this 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, perfection, participation. Group 3, this lunar cycle is bringing some really good changes with it, because you're going from isolation and this 8 of Cups to participation with joy and delight, and it's lovely energy. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up. It's the best help you can give me because it makes YouTube recommend my videos to more people. And while you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little logo there and turn on notifications so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 4 now, so I'm sending you all my love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Hello group 4 water signs, welcome to your reading. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Is Serpentine. What it is, a lime to pale green stone with a reptilian appearance. Serpentine's activating energy is like a deep exfoliation treatment for the spiritual self. Who needs it? Kundalini yogis, anyone in need of a fresh start. Where to put it? During meditation, hold serpentine in each hand and concentrate on circulating energy from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. When to use it? When it's time to let go of tired beliefs and get stuck energy unstuck. If serpentine arrives in your life, it's an invitation to rip off all proverbial band-aids and regroup. Hit the sauna, sweat it out, and release all lingering drama. And the mantra is, awaken your reptilian nature. I asked the spellcaster for the energy around you for the month ahead. The moon, well, that makes sense. It's the Scorpio full moon, so you may be projecting fears and worries rather than intending for positive manifestations in this energy. It may all be feeling a little too much for you, like the little irritations, the little worries are all adding up to you wanting to go and hide under the bed. The moon reminds us that this 3D reality is the Maya, the illusion, and that it can be changed. What do you need to release here? Because these fears and worries aren't serving you well. Caution is good. Fear and worry is not helping. Ten of Pentacles. Whatever it looks like through that grey fear-coloured fog, that moonlight, you do have firm foundations underneath you that you are building towards long-term security. And that's either coming now solidly or is really about to. Family connections are important here. Family history. Something there. Something being passed down to you. Could be a family talent, a trait, inherited wisdom or knowledge. A lineage. I'm hearing that clearly. That you are who you are because of strong people who went before you. And you are carrying that on. Don't lose sight of that. Ace of Wands. The manifestation of ideas, motivation, inspiration. Following your heart and your bliss. Test out new ideas. Tweak and refine them. Your ideas have the potential to really work out well long term. The potential is there. The seed is sown. It's up to you to get your head out of the doubts and fears and really dig into your heritage, your inherited traits. Start taking these inspired actions. Strength, yeah, you're stronger than you know and you've got this. Be determined. This is inner strength. The ability to hold your head up and know that you are the absolute best you can be, doing your absolute best, no matter what it looks like to other people. This kind of strength isn't controlling. The only control is self-control, and even that's mostly illusion. Tame these doubts, these fears. Guilt, regret. That's the release that you can get to under this full moon. Shedding all of that for this new beginning, and perhaps you can do this now as a result of having a firmer foundation underneath you. I asked the Fairy Tarot to clarify for us. So clarifying the moon, we've got 3 of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So yes, the doubts and fears of not seeing clearly are preventing you from planning these next steps, these next positive steps that take you forward. Look at what you've already achieved here, though. This is well done. This 10 of Pentacles that you're diminishing by doubting yourself, that's a completion, a solid achievement. And yes, it's now the beginning of a new cycle, but you're spiraling up. You've done far more good things than you're giving yourself credit for here. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, we've got the King of Autumn. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good personal company to walk for. Seriously, you're doing okay. And you could see that if you could look objectively at it. Whatever you're turning your hand to now is going to turn to gold. And you can do your eco-warrior thing as well. Combine them. Ethical capitalism is a thing, and you can have your cake and eat it, have your money and contribute ethically, give back in a way that doesn't keep other people down. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, we've got the High Priestess, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Absolutely, Bob. One way to silence the doubts and fears is to trust your intuition. The other is to do what this card says and take stock. Careful reflection before taking action. Really look carefully at what you intend to do. When you know that it's right, then you can just flow ahead with it. And the inner critic will have to shut up about all that could go wrong, because you'll know it's right. Clarifying strength, we have the Star. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. This feels like the opposite energy from the moon there, that felt a little shut in. This is expansive, outward facing energy, starlight, star bright, having that childlike hope that's more than hope again. Belief. There are good things coming in here. Allow them in. Trust yourself. You can do this. Because this time you're not starting from zero. You're starting with this, excuse me, solid, tangible, real foundation under you in the energy of the King of Autumn, who has done all of this before and learned, and now can do it better. I asked my trusty Rider-Waite to give us some advice. Nine of Wands, you're still standing. Strength tells me there that you can do this. And this is a 9. That means that this cycle really is coming to an end. Even if it feels as if it isn't going into this full moon, don't give up. Establish your boundaries. I don't mean putting barriers up, not at all. I mean learning to say no, learning to delegate some of the responsibilities, leaning on your team. You do have them. They are there. Knight of Wands, you can pursue this idea, this new beginning, this next step up financially, materially. Getting past this energy of the moon gives clarity that lets you get going with it. The usual caveats in this Knight of Wands energy don't seem to apply because you've already gone through the careful reflection. And you do have the King of Autumn, the wisdom and the experience that lets you gallop with it. Ace of Wands, just to make sure I've got the message across. There is also an opportunity to grow on a spiritual level. It might involve learning, reading, studying, broadening your horizons even a little bit. The more passionate you are about all of this, the unbridled Knight of Wands enthusiasm, and you've not felt that for a while. This is beautiful, flow-triggering, immersive, happy action. Ace of Swords. If there were any doubt that it's beginnings, opportunities, here we are with another ace. 3 aces. And the 10 of Pentacles. And the star. Wow. A new idea, a new perspective, the manifestation of clarity, truth, your truth, and revealed in such a way, sudden realization that's come out of that fog lifting. And it fits in with this new idea, new direction, something that you're not going to slog at, but you're going to springboard from. I asked the Osho Zen to give us 2 cards, one for the energy coming in and one for the most positive manifestation that we can get to by the end of the lunar cycle. Projections. Now, this matches that moon, Maya, illusion energy. What we see in other people is often a projection of self, not their actual self. And that can also be at work when we're looking in the mirror and see ourselves too, not seeing who we've become, seeing the diminished self that our inner critic tells us that we are, that illusion of the hidden, nasty, evil thing that we're ashamed of being, and we hope the world never sees. Now, that's not the truth of who you are. Beyond illusion, it's the moment of clarity, seeing things as they actually are. It does tie in with the Ace of Swords there beautifully. This reality is at the point of manifestation, moment by moment. It is solid enough to experience now in this moment, but it is still an illusion, changing as the ever-present moment is fixed and past streams out behind and future streams out in front. Here is where we judge. Our opinions, our judgments shape the reality around us. Rejecting what we don't want is still giving it energy, being neutral to it, allowing it simply to exist. That does not give it power. Finally, I pulled an Everyday Witch Oracle card to close the reading out. Connect with Gaia. If you can, get outdoors, meditate in the open air, open a window and listen to the bird song. Try and connect with nature in some way. If all else fails, do a guided meditation that connects you back in with Mother Earth. Don't be distracted away from the things that are important. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay focused. And if you're an experienced meditator, perhaps go back to basics, adopting that beginner's mind and starting again, afresh, anew. You can always make friends with your crystals again. Tap into their energy, feel if they've got something new to offer you. Group 4, new ideas, new clarity coming in so that you can build up from these firm foundations. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up. It's the best help you could give me because it makes YouTube recommend the videos to more people. While you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little icon there. Turn on notifications so that you'll get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. That's it for me for this reading. Until next time, I'm sending all my love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now.